missed it before Overwatch was out. Chips was like the best Zenyatta ever. Should be fun to see him there.
The interesting thing though is that what do you give up and all the rest? Like the go-to would be, okay, give up Mercy, then run a Zenyatta and Lucio, because you still need someone to heal up all the people that are taking poke damage. So I feel like it's gonna be hard to replace Lucio. So you'd have options of, do you go Lucio Zen, Lucio Mercy, or Lucio Ana?
Right. Why you gotta crush my dreams before they've even happened yet? I mean, let me just think about.
I guess there is always the option of running Symmetra in lieu of a DPS, so you have a 3-support comp, which people have theorized to be okay, but well. Anyways, take a look here at the defense as it sits up here. It's going to be Nicholas on the Pharah, Joe Meister on the Torbjorn, Shake on Mercy, Torque on the 76, Harblue on the Roadhog, and JKW going to be in the Winston as they sit here prepared to defend the EnVyUs onslaught.
We've talked so much about it, like how good the supports and cores are for this EnVyUs team, but I mean, is there a better DPS duel than Taimu and Tailspin, Pharah and Genji respectively for this push? I mean, there's a lot of really good DPS, but as a duo, I think they're definitely the best duo DPS on a team on the planet right now.
They've been great. I'm not as sold. Taimu's had some good moments as Genji. I'm not quite as sold on as Genji as I am on the sit scan. I'll have to see a little bit more. I mean, he's a good player, but
yeah.
Switching from hit scan to projectile is a little bit rough for most players, but either way, EnVy right now, they're pushing forward, they're pushing the issue. Harblue going down immediately here in this fight, so it's already going to be 65 in favor of EnVy. Tailspin needing a little bit of poke for the attempt, but JKW actually going to go down. Dove a little bit too hard. The punish, just Tailspin hits an enormous mid-air rocket onto the other Pharah, sending him back, laying on the pressure. And look at Taimu. Taimu's now looking for the Pharah, gets the deflection right into Nicholas's face. Oh my goodness, this is domination right now.
Well, it has been completely one-sided so far. It has been EnVy all the way through the kill feed. They're winning probably, what, 9-0 in kills right now. They took down that turret with relative ease. Harblue switches off. He's going to be playing their Reaper right now, but yeah, EnVy being EnVy, absolutely rolling through. They've been unstoppable so far.
All right, so Timmy right now looking to go for it. Does have Dragon Blade at the ready. Gonna pop it right now. Takes out Shake immediately. Nicholas going to punish for that Mercy pickoff, but hey, anytime you trade up for Mercy, usually worth, because guess what? Chips is alive. Chips is going to use his res in turn. Brings Timing right back up to the fight. Coco and Tailspin getting a pickoff each as Nicholas gets shot right out of the sky by Tailspin.
Cart remains pushed. 3 people on it entirely the whole time. Harblue's going to come in, try to stall this out.
Here comes a barrage from Tailspin, piling on. Down goes Torque and Lucio. Oh my goodness, EnVy just doing whatever they want right now to the side of Code7. Everything going their way. If there was a scoreboard right now, it would be all in favor of EnVy. Aside from maybe 2 kills.
Maybe.
This has been ridiculous.
Yeah, those 2 kills that got instantly rezzed off because they could afford that tempo res. Yeah, they used some ults. I mean, the only thing not going for them is that they don't have ultimates for this last push.
Oh no, Winston, did he just get charged? Okay, no, he was able to recover. Did not get pushed off the ledge. But he's still not very healthy here for this world. Ends up leaping over the other way, but the pressure being applied by EnVyUs right now is just, it's ridiculous. The card has not stopped moving this entire time.
Yep, Shake died yet again. I mean, there's not going to be a fight anytime soon as they're going to give up this ground, let them push up the hill. Then the next big fight is going to be incoming. Dragon Blade on the menu for Taimu.
Right now, I look at the defense. Otherwise, they don't even have much to really defend them. They're not going to have sound barrier for at least another 10 seconds. So Nicholas right now trying to look for a barrage if he can get it, but can't really do it anytime soon. Has to take out Tailspin. Does take out Tailspin, so now there's an opportunity. Code7 going to push in after getting that pick. They have 2 kills to their name. They're coming in over the top. Chips looking for the res. It does get the res, but pays for it with his life. Sound barrier, though, on the way here from EnVyUs, and Dragon Blade should be here in just a moment. Here it comes. Slicing and dicing. Getting it stymied by the sound barrier a little bit, but still not the worst here for EnVy. Torque comes in with the Death Blossom. That is the worst for EnVy. Picks up 3 kills. Will finally put the dagger in EnVy's heart for this push.
Yeah, the first thing that went right for Code7 there is that Death Blossom absolutely takes out 3. They're finally stabilized from the first moment that this map opened till now. It's been all of EnVyUs' map. Now, finally, there's some defense here, and they are going to at least hold and not give up a perfect time.
Coco with the big charge, gets rewarded, takes out Joe Meister, ends up going down in turn though, so questionable how much that was actually worth. Torque still in the back. And we perhaps getting a little bit too aggro. They do have Taimu now on the 76, no longer on Genji.
Yeah, no fair anymore either as Tailspin comes up on McCree. He's done a lot of damage so far. Already has his Deadeye out.
Oh my goodness. Nicholas just gets gunned down. Taimu and Tailspin combining to pull him right out of the sky. Res coming out from both sides, so everyone's going to be back up to full strength. And here comes the Deadeye from Tailspin back. A little bit too preemptive. Ends up getting taken out by Harblue instead. And Code7 now putting up a much better fight. It's back and forth. EnVy's not getting to do everything they want to do. They're still applying pressure. Here comes attack though from Taimu, moving in. And this is going to push Code7 back. They're still pushing up the payload. JKW apparently just charged off to nowhere. I'm not sure how he died. He said LOL, so it must have been good. Either way, the Code7 coming right back up. Earthfire comes down from Coco, hits absolutely no one. But the pressure is on right now, Hex.
Yeah, they're pushing this card. As you mentioned, that Earthshatter missed everything. Taimu does take down Torque, though, and it is just going to be a stall out. JKW does get a couple with his Earthshatter. They are actually trading out decently well on this card. Is Code7. They get a couple kills. Tailspin comes with a huge Deadeye, though.
The Deadeye takes out 3. Tailspin gets the left click, takes out a 4th. Taimu with the fall through. Tailspin makes it a 5K in the end. And that is going to be GG. 4:53 left on the clock at the cap.
0 to 4.
So Code7 won a fight and a half there at the end. Otherwise, they just got rolled so hard. That was a pretty incredible first 2 points for EnVyUs, but yeah, it's become like a commonplace. That's just how EnVyUs has been playing lately. Wasn't as bad as Dorado, but as a very quick time, they're gonna have to not get stopped at all as Code7's offense here. 507. On Gibraltar.
That's really, really quick on Gibraltar. And the scary thing here for Code7 is that they're going to have to get through this first point defense of Envy on top of it all. I mean, before they can even think about capturing last in this time, to find a plan of getting through the hangar or even getting to the hangar phase, which can be easier said than done against this Envy defense. Either way, though, looking at this Envy defense as it does pull out here, it's going to be Tailspin on the Pharah, Internet Hulk on the Winston, Coco on Reinhardt, Harry Hook going to be on the 76, Taimu on the Roadhog, and Chips is going to be on Mercy.
They've been so good in the single support defense because how well Harry Hook plays on that 76. I've said it before, it's just such a luxury to have a player who mostly plays support. And when you're running double supports, he's a great Lucio. He never really makes a mistake on Lucio. But his 76 play is just amazing. It's really nice to be able to flex onto that when you want to run different compositions. That's how deep the roster is for EnVyUs. Now, offensively, to try to crack this, Torque is going to play a Widowmaker. Harblue is on a Roadhog. Nicholas, of course, will be on Pharah, JKW, Reinhardt, Shake on the Mercy, and Joe Meister on Lucio. So Lod is going to be on Torque to see if he can take down Harry early, who's going to be way in the back, very likely on that Soldier 76, and see if he can get some work done on Tailspin. Are they holding up here?
They are holding up here. This is a case where I assume they're going to go back. They're just looking for a little bit early poke in case someone makes a mistake. Hey, yeah, they're getting back out here. Harry Hook, by the way, not to be underestimated. It's someone where he doesn't get as much love on Envy, but his 76 play has been really, really good. Very consistent in the backline, and a big support to both Tailspin and Taimu as they do their Tailspin and Taimu things.
Right. I mean, it's just so nice having like a 3rd or 4th DPS, being able to switch off of that Lucio and give them the support of playing a 76.
So Code7 going right into the server room. They are getting absolutely trashed by the spam. Tailspin's rockets doing all sorts of damage to the backline. They do get a few kills in their wake, and here comes Harblue, does take out Tailspin.
Yeah.
So it's not entirely over here. 3 pit members of Envy die. The res, though, does come up in the very end, and Chip's got that res up much faster than Shake, as Torque just gets punched in the face by Internet Hulk. Hulk smash.
Well, Shake died really early in that server room offense as they tried to go in there. He was one of the first deaths, so that's why Chips was able to afford getting that tempo resurrection off. Already now at 40% again on his resurrection as Taimu creeps up top looking for a hook. He gets hooked himself by Harblue. Taimu goes down in that exchange.
Harblue's still a bright spot here on the Code7 offense. Even against a opponent like Envy, Harblue able to get the picks off that they need. It's still 65 in the favor. Here comes a whole hog, and this is going to put Coco in a bad light. Coco immediately getting taken out. 64 now in their favor. Chips does not have a res. Big pull in on the Harry Hook, and just like that, Code7 has cracked this defense, or at least they're in a very good position to do so. We're going to get a little bit of stall here from Internet Hulk, but he is against a whole lot of power here from Code7. I'd be very surprised if Code7 wasn't able to take this here in just a moment. Though look at the stall out. Winston just jumping up and down, buying time, but not going to be enough as they do get to the hangar phase.
Yeah, really nice offense there. They're going to keep it rolling momentum-wise as Harblue, Nicholas, and Torque all got kills right there. Harry Hook and Chips both down for Envy. That is all their support. There goes one of their tanks. This is looking rough for Envy. They gotta wait. They gotta wait. They can't even come in this door. They definitely have to go in a 6.
Hello.
Harblue has been really kicking it up a notch here in the last moment. He's been getting the picks he needs to get. He's been opening things up and giving just the uneven numbers opportunities for Code7 to really go in and do what they need to do. Tailspin, though, does come in over the top, takes out Nicholas over the hanger, and they're going to be flanking onto Harblue here in just a moment. So Envy doing a good job of turning this back in their favor. The flank is successful thus far. Tailspin going to be looking for a barrage. Here comes the barrage. Looks for Shake from long range. Getting it taken out. Kind of uncharacteristic from Tailspin. Still, though, kill feed more in favor of Envy than not. They are rolling right in there. Shake does not have a res up anytime soon, and Chip's going to res the fallen members of Envy, so they're going to stabilize off the sex.
Yeah, some weak barrages from both of the Pharahs there. Nicholas opened up that fight with just kind of, I mean, just bad barrage. Tried to get Tailspin out of midair. Tailspin returned in kind with a subpar barrage of his own. They are going to be able to stabilize. So they're taking top spot on the show. Now you have a damage boosted Soldier 76 behind a Reinhardt shields. You have to figure out how exactly you're going to crack this. Maybe a concussion blast over the top, but this is a tough spot to be in as the offense.
Sometime who's staying here on the top might be able to pop Tac Visor here in just a moment. Will take out Nicholas. That's beautiful tracking to take him out. Just snapped right to him. Tac Visor going to be out here in a moment. And again, you look at EnVyUs time-wise, they don't even need to do much. They just need to get one more team wipe here, and that's going to be it. As Taimu's still hanging on to his Tac Visor, not using it just yet, laying in the damage. I'm surprised he hasn't used it given what's happening here. Did have a big opportunity. Soundbearer now coming out here from the defense. And Tac Visor on the way, takes out JKW, only needs a little bit more. And he was just waiting for the respawns here. Shake is going to bite the dust. Oh, or is he? Shake able to get away at the last moment.
Yeah, Harblue landed another hook. It is very back and forth. Both supports down for Envy, though, so lives are going to be lost rather quickly here as Code7 continues to lay on the damage. It is just Hulk they're trying to stall it out. He is probably not long for this world, but they're just playing stall out now as Harry Hook and Taimu both jump the cart. They do capture the point, this Code7.
Yeah, Envy goes down there, but I'm not sure how much Envy was really trying to hold out for a full fight there. They just need to stall for a little bit longer. You look at the time, they only have to hold for about 45 more seconds, if that. I think it's closer to 40 seconds, so long as they don't have a complete and total collapse, this should be safe for Envy. Good effort though from Code7, and definitely good for them to even get into the hangar phase off of those picks from Harblue.
Yeah, Harblue again has been just getting a ton of work done on his Roadhog. He gets his hook blocked there. But now it looks like Envy wants to initiate this fight. They're initiating into a sound barrier.
Barrage comes in from Tailspin right now, takes out JKW, comes in, gets the double kill. There's not going to be a res here because Shake is down. And just like that, Envy should be able to take this fight, and with taking this fight, they will take the game. Map number 1, Watchpoint Gibraltar, will be going to EnVyUs in this best of 7 series.
Yeah, the offense was just that fast. Defense didn't have to do much. They held here and there, got a couple stall outs in the shuttle phase. Code7 looked decent, I mean, on the first point especially, but I think their defense just was not able to put up a strong enough time to be able to beat on the offensive side of things. So we'll see where Code7 wants to go to next. It is their map choice.
Yep, we'll see where they want to bring us here. Of course, they can choose from any of the maps in the pool, and it is a extensive pool, but next map will instead be Hollywood, so back to the basics here to some extent. And Envy saying they want to be on the attack.
Yeah, why not? I mean, if you're putting up quick times like that, it just really makes your defense that much easier. Then you know when you can just throw bodies at the point, you don't have to necessarily go crazy on it, so... Hollywood it is. Envy up 1-0 in this best of 7 against Code7. This is, of course, the Beat Invitational. Thank you guys for watching as we decide who our champion of this tournament is. We're ready. Envy's ready. Hopefully Harblue didn't have to go pick anyone up.
So, Taimu is saying they're going to be on attack. So once we get them swapped over, we'll be good to go. We'll see what Envy has in store for their Hollywood attack. And Envy's attacks have been really exciting to watch here thus far. I mean, how they opened up on Gibraltar was actually insane. In particular, what happened to Nicholas, where Nicholas ate a rocket from Tailspin, was able to get back, was starting to get healed by Mercy. Taimu came in on the assault, and then deflected a second rocket into his face. It's just... I'm not sure you do against that. It's just the coordination and the aggressiveness from Envy right now has just been on another level.
I think we probably will see maybe more offensive Genji out of Taimu. Envy's in that weird, really strange position where they don't have to play their hardest all the time. They can kind of like throw some practice in and different strategies in, just knowing how dominant they've been over the rest of the scene. So I would not be surprised to see an offensive Genji out of Taimu here. Not only because the map is decent for it, but I think he's actually just trying to work on it a little bit.
All right, so Hollywood will be nap number 2 of our grand finals here in the Beat Overwatch Invitational. Code7 looking to ruffle the beast, even up the series 1-1 here in Hollywood. EnVyUs looking to continue their string of dominance and sweep out Code7 with authority. We'll see what result we will get here, but taking a look here at the Envy side as they roll, or sorry, at the Code7 side as they roll out on defense, it is going to be Torque on the Reaper, Harblue on Roadhog, Shake on Mercy, Joe Meister on the Torbjorn, Nicholas, TJO on the Pharah, and JKW gonna be on the Reinhardt.
I'll feel sad in the morning.
Yeah, so they're running that Torb. It has not really worked out for him that much, the maps that they have run it on. Now, the first push will be important to see if they can stop out there, because the second push he should have Molten Core up, which is a phenomenal ult. Now, offensively, they might already know that there's going to be a Torb, which is why Hulk is on the Diva. He will maybe switch to a Winston. It's going to be one of the two for Hulk, I'd imagine. Harry Hook will be on Lucio, Tailspin on Pharah, Coco on Roadhog, Taimu is getting that Genji practice in, and Chips will be playing the Mercy. Yeah, so it is a good map for Genji, but I think Taimu is just really trying to get his Genji up to a better level here. So he's generally a hit scan expert. I think he feels pretty comfortable with that. He's trying to get his Genji leveled up here. We'll see if he can get some damage done against Code7's defense.
Alright, so defense fully set up here, offense on the way. And Tailspin, characteristic to this patch, to this meta, just opening up with Poke from Pharah.
Harblue misses his hooks. He had a good shot at Chips. He was in a weird position, but he missed his hook.
Joe Meister died immediately, and Tailspin right now getting right on the Shake. Shake in trouble. Was one rocket away from dying. It was able to get away in the end. This is the worst here from the defense. They were able to sort of withstand the initial push here. So long as Shake doesn't die to another rocket here, but no, he does get taken out. Coco comes in from the front, takes out Harblue. There's a threat here from the front and the back as Tailspin picks up the triple kill, just adding on out of nowhere, rocket after rocket. And that's going to open up Code7 for this very first cap here in Hollywood.
Yeah, Code7 started that fight with 2 early picks, but they stuck in there, got some cleanup from Tailspin, hit a couple hooks from Coco as well, able to really flip that fight in their advantage despite being down like 4v6 to start that off.
Well, it's really weird too because it looked like Tailspin was a little bit too far out of touch in the back. Anything could have killed him there, and then landed one rocket, got one person, landed another rocket, effectively killed 2 people right after that. It's like, okay, so this went from bad for Tailspin to really, really good from Tailspin in a split second. That being said, Harblue brings Tailspin down to earth, will take him out there, as Code7 now being hyper-aggressive. Chips able to avoid the worst of it, gets over the top, might even be able to bring Tailspin back up, but it takes a rocket to the back of the head. That's not going to happen. As Envy now getting pushed back a little bit. From time away, probably save my ult, wait for the rest of the team to get up here, but never know, he could just go in Mercy right now.
Yeah, but they are actually losing players now from the defense as both Torque and Joe go down. The offensive Sounder comes in for a huge initiation on this fight.
Time right now going in, is able to slice out Shake with the aid of his team. Moves in. This is going to be the end of JKW here in just a moment, eating all sorts of damage. Down he goes. 3 kills here from Envy, and they have cleaned up the streets phase. Code7 is completely out of sorts. And again, Envy displaying dominance here as they're going to pretty much breeze through this.
They're just able to turn around fights so convincingly. Chips died like very early there, and then they were kind of just poking around, staying in, seeing what would happen. Coco got a pick, and they dove off of that, and then Chips is back in the fight, able to come back in. He's going to have res for this next fight where Shake will not.
Tailspin right now again looking for Shake, takes out Nicholas with a rocket to the face. Shake now under assault, going to get punched, still alive as Shake, but will go down in the end. Tailspin getting double kill on the Pharah Mercy combo, and no one is on him right now. He's just sitting back here firing rocket after rocket. That's not someone you leave uncontested behind you.
No one's on him, and no one is on his level. Tailspin's Pharah is just so far above everyone's Pharah right now. He's just not missing anything. Of course, a lot of that credit does go to Chips, who's always in decent position, always keeping him alive, but Tailspin's Pharah has been absolutely top tier.
Shake Shakes it. Look at this. They're staggering the res. They waited and did not kill him for a while. They're just to stagger it all the more. And Harblu getting no luck. The hook not even bring Tailspin into the room. Anything that could be going wrong for Code7 right now is going wrong. As Envy almost playing with their food.
Yeah, Timu's going to frontline over the top on this Reaper. He gets everyone's attention up there. They are all up top, but meanwhile, the cart continues to push through this point now. Code7's desperate. They're going in for a fight.
Yeah, Nicholas is deep diving, but Chips is able to get right away from him as Tailspin punishes him for his deep dive, takes him out the rocket to the back of the head. 3 kills here from Envy. Soldier completely exposed. He's going to go down. Rez comes out from Shake, will give the defense a little bit more life. They're a little bit out of position though as they go for this. Nicholas goes for the barrage, is immediately punished. Tailspin going for the barrage, not getting punished. Setting up Taimu for a triple kill there, and everything going Envy's way.
It's been very one-sided. They are just winning every fight. Mechanically, positioning, everything has been in Envy's favor.
Hulk going to pile on a little bit here. Death Blossom not actually getting a whole lot. Probably used it a little bit preemptively. This will be the last gas here for Code7 as they try and get onto that point. They do have a slight chance of fighting it back, but now that they lost Shake, it's gone from slight chance to just simply delaying. Internet, Hulk, and Tailspin cleaning things up around the cart. Taimu piling in for good measure. Every kill gonna go in favor of Envy as they cap this out with 4:30 remaining. That is a time of 4... Well, for once, it's just half and half. Half the time remaining, so 4:30 is the time and the time left remaining.
Switching sides.
A monumental task here for Code7 because that's an insanely fast time for Hollywood. They never really got slowed down at all. There was one moment, I guess, when second stage opened up that they killed Chips early, and I thought maybe that was a fight that they could gain some momentum off of, but then Coco got a pick on his Roadhog. They decided, like, we don't really need Chips. He'll be back here shortly anyway. There's our spawns. They went in, dove that, and then the cart just never stopped moving afterwards. Envy just on another level. A lot of it was because Tailspin is, I mean, in a Pharah meta, he's probably the best Pharah in Overwatch right now, and it really shows. It's not going to be playing that Pharah, though, on this defense, as he's coming up as the Junkrat, good old Trash Mouse making his appearance tonight. Internet Hulk is going to be playing Symmetra, Harry Hook on Lucio, at least for now, just to get Internet Hulk out. I think he'll probably switch to a 76, though, as they've run a solo support on this map before. That is going to be Chips on the Mercy, Taimu on Roadhog, and Coco, of course, on his Reinhardt.
Meanwhile, taking a look here at the offense as it sits up. An offense has to beat an incredibly swift Envy this time. It's going to be Shake here on the Mercy, Nicholas on the Pharah, JKW on Reinhardt, Harblu going to be on the Reaper, Joe Meister on Lucio, and Torque going to be on the Zarya.
Let's show them how it's done.
Yeah, Harry Hook does switch to a 76. We've already just gave him the accolades of being a Lucio main who rocks that 76 really hard. I mean, it's just, they don't lose anything. You could not really tell the difference between Harry Hook on 76 and Taimu on 76. And granted, Taimu is amazing. He's a great DPS, but Harry Hook's 76 is that good.
Well, Harry Hook has also been specializing, and he's been playing it more for Envy than any of their other players, and that definitely pays off over time. So he's super familiar with how to play 76. He's been doing it well, and it supports both Taimu and Tailspin very well as well. Now, I do like seeing the Junkrat here on Hollywood. A lot of teams have gotten off of it, but Envy, one of the few teams that says, you know what, we're still going to keep running Trash Mouse here because, you know what, we can get away with it, and Tailspin's fan with it is pretty darn good.
Yeah, just bouncing some nades off the walls here, trying to get anything he can, get those early tires. Already at 52% on his ult. Now it's 70%.
My goodness, the damage boosted. That is actually crazy. He's about to have his ult right now up on the first push. 2 kills though for Envy. Probably won't even need to use it here as Harblu's going to take a bomb right to the face. Res is coming up already, so that's a downside of all the Junkrats, man. So you're hitting them that hard, you do charge up the Mercy. As Nicholas able to sweep in, takes out Tailspin. And you look at this in terms of this, Chips does not have res up yet. We'll have it up in just 1 second. Needs a pistol, and he gets it off right before dying. Chips at the 11th hour gets the resurrection off. Here comes the tire, gets the double kill. And that was a point-saving resurrection coming out from Chips. And again, he just barely got that.
Still very back and forth until a couple late picks from Harry Hook takes down Shake, takes down Nicholas. The teleporter did go down in that fight from the Symmetra. Be interesting to see if they switch anything up. Yeah, Hulk is just going to come back on Lucio. Does not want to run the Symmetra for the second life there. A nice tire at the end. Coco actually made an uncharacteristic mistake. He charged in, Earth Shattered while he was in the shack, so no one could help him out on the follow-up. So an uncharacteristic mistake from Coco, but they are able to recover.
Sunbear now coming out here from the offensive, trying to make the maneuver right here, right now. Harblu does take out Coco in the very beginning, so it's not looking too bad. Taimu, though, immediately counters, takes out JKW. Rez gonna have to come out here for a moment and Shake. They need that tank right back up. It's a one-person Rez, and Shake will pay the price for it, trades himself for the tank. The Graviton Surge comes up. They do get 2 kills off of it, but look at Chips. Chips is just sitting here and waiting in the wings, and he's gonna bring everyone right back to life.
Yeah, Chips does pay his life for it, though, as he got in out of position after that resurrection. Here comes a Tire, does not get anything done, taken out by Nicholas, though. This is definitely going in Code7's favor, but it has taken them a little bit long to take this first point.
Nicholas really went off there. He got 3 to 4 kills at the very end, did not care about the resurrection, but unfortunately, the issue that Code7 is running up against here is look at the time remaining. Only 2 minutes and 13 seconds remaining right now in this map. That is not a lot of time at all. They go through the streets phase and get to end. Not impossible by the technicality of it all, but
improbable.
It would require a complete envious collapse.
Yeah. So they are going to try to take this roof. Taimu does actually Shadow Step up there, is able to take the roof early on, and yeah, they need to just get completely a team wipe for Code7 to be able to continue at the pace they need to. Harblu taken out early by Hulk there. It's going to slow them down.
Torque right now on the Widowmaker, looking for a pickup if he can get it. Unfortunately, JKW just went down. Internet Hulk being super aggressive with the Zarya shield aiding him. Gets on the Torque, forces him back. And the problem is with all these Winston leap-ins is that it's just buying time. No matter what Envy does in this, they're buying time. And that's not something Code7 has a whole lot to spare of. As Taimu and Coco pick off a kill each here. Shake is going to have to res this immediately. Res is at the cost of his own life. Down goes Nicholas. He's not going to get resed. 4 kills from Envy. And X, I think that's already it.
It probably is. I think that they don't know it yet. They're going to keep playing. No, Harblu calls GG. They do know it. Yeah, Code7 bows out gracefully there as the first push took a little too long. They weren't able to completely wipe on the second push, which is what they needed. That is a quick 2-0 map lead for EnVyUs in our grand finals. How do you beat Envy?
Right now, I mean, I think it's difficult. I think you wait till next patch where you don't have to play the Pharah v Pharah meta.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not even kidding, because in the next patch, if you have a really good McCree, you're going to be able to just shoot Tailspin out of the sky. He's not going to be able to just simply style on you with Pharah. Now, of course, he's a really good player. He can play McCree really well. He can play other heroes super well also. But for now, I feel like trying to beat him in the Pharah v Pharah matchup is absolutely hella for most teams. So the next patch will be a big, big benefit. And will probably take away a little bit of EnVyUs' seemingly invincibility shroud now. We still have 2 maps to go here. Code7 can still bring this back, but they're going to have to work for it.
Yeah, we'll see. We're going to Lijiang now. EnVyUs has traditionally been beatable on King of the Hill back to their IDDQD days, of course, too. This was a game mode that they didn't really love, although Lijiang was the exception. It's their best King of the Hill map by far. We'll see what they run out here. It looks like Hulk is going to be on his Winston, Taimu on Reaper. Taimu's Reaper on this map actually has been exceptional. It's when he really looks best on Reaper, in my opinion. Coco on Zarya, Harry Hook on Lucio. Chips will be playing Mercy most likely, and Tailspin comes up as the Soldier 76.
By the way, there's a little bit of confusion in chat where people are wondering, well, gee, did Code7 ever go by a different name? Yes.
Yeah,
Code7, as you know them right now, they used to be known as Gale Force eSports. There was a split. They are no longer with Gale Force eSports. They are a free agent team, but with how they've been performing, I would not expect that to last for very long.
And before they were Gale Force eSports, they were Code7. So they were Code7, Gale Force, and then Code7 again.
You know, I'm trying to get out of the map here on Lijiang. I'm not sure it's possible.
Forget all these newbies haven't been watching since Beta 1. Casuals. Just kidding. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you now.
Well, teams right now are on the way. Take a look here at the side of Envy. They're going to be running Tailspin on the 76 here yet again. They've run him on 76 on the stage time and time again, and has been very, very effective. And right now, they're already winning the poke war against Code7. They're keeping them pushed back. They're getting them back on the bridge, and Harblu going to be the first to fall. Torque falling right after that. 6v4 in favor of Envy, making it 6v3. And the poke just too strong for Envy, eventually wearing down Code7 and resulting in some kills.
Yeah, it was just weird looking out of their combo from Code7. They jumped and the Mercy was following and kind of delayed tactics, putting herself just up to get shot at a lot of times. Shake, I feel, has been pretty out of position. Not been punished for it so far yet, but something to keep an eye on as this game goes forward.
So offensive Code7 trying to make their move here, but again, they're just getting poked out a little bit. Torque almost going down the back line.
I've got you in my
They get chips.
So this visor just going to mow down everyone that's remaining. There's no shield tank. Harblue actually comes in the clutch, takes out Tailspin from behind, gets the double kill, and Harblue, trying to be the hero, might well be that, opens up Envy for Code7 to come right back in a hurry. Tailspin was about to kill everyone with that attack visor, and Harblue, out of nowhere, backstab, setting things up.
Well, Harblue Death Blossoms gets punched away. He does take down Tailspin now. Yeah, losing chips early in that fight was the worst part of it because they got a couple kills, they were rezzed out of it, and they were immediately in a 6v4. Ended up losing that fight. Attack Visor had to get blown, got cleaned up by Harblue, as you mentioned, so really rough showing there from Envy, all starting with chips getting picked off early.
Oh. Here comes the Graviton Surge. 2 people are going to be a part of that vortex. Internet Hulk coming in with the follow through. Nicholas on the back line gets the barrage, takes out 3 people, including Chips and Tailspin. This fight is over in favor of Code7. Taimu trying to do his best to bring it back, but not going to be enough. He decides to take the way out, just jumps right off the ledge, does not want to build up extra ult.
No, he bailed on that. He does have Death Blossom up for this next fight, and they are going to have a Sound Barrier as well. Hulk is off of his Winston as he's had no luck against Harblue, who's been chunking him in the face. Hulk is going to play a Tracer instead.
Alright, so switch-ups coming in from Envy, and again, King Leo showing to be a little bit of a weakness here for Envy overall, as Torque gets a mega triple kill bomb in the back. Taimu, though, turning the tides with his own Death Blossom as well. And Envy getting right back onto this, actually getting the better of this trade. Taimu just laying in damage on the point, and they are going to retake this Hex. Although not before Code7 had got 75% here on the point.
It was a really nice res that came out there, and then the Sound Barrier off of it as well. So yeah, as bad as that Pulse Bomb was, it was fine because it did not get chips in it. He's able to bring everyone back. One of the first kills off of that res was taking down Shake, who had already rezzed as well anyway, so...
Harblue just spinning right in, takes out Harry Hook immediately, gets a double kill on the Coco. This is it would force a res up from Chips, but Chips is nowhere close to having the res. Harblue on the triple kill, takes out Tailspin. And Harblue is putting on his carry pants on in this King of the Hill. Every big play from Code7 has come out from Harblue.
His Reaper tonight has looked way better than his Reaper in the past. He's definitely just gotten better overall at his play, been comfortable with his role on the roster now, partially because his Roadhog has just been so amazing, but his Reaper play has really stepped it up tonight.
Alright, 85%. This is Envy's last chance to come in here. Pulse Bomb does connect from Torque, ends up getting mitigated by the Zarya shield. Graviton Surge coming in here from Envy, does suck in 2 people. They get 2 quick kills to start this out. And Shake going to just res right now, doesn't want to waste time, but it's already 4 kills in favor of Envy. Overall, Nicholas gonna try and fight this back, does have Barrage. Res comes out from the side of Envy. Sound Barrier might be enough though, he's going in on Tailspin, gets 1 rocket, can he get the next? Down goes Tailspin, just inhales that rocket. As Nicholas follows up the barrage, does take out Harry Hook. Really back and forth on the point though, as Envy is starting to make better inroads.
Yeah, there was a point there that I thought Code7 should have just backed out and tried to fight it as 6. I mean, you know that you're not going to be able to flip it over when it's 3v6, and they were still just trying to stall for some reason. I guess maybe wanted to keep it and maybe prolong the fight, but they only need to win a fight to win this stage, so it was kind of odd that they kept going there and giving Envy more percentage points.
Graviton comes out, but Taimu almost no, he does end up getting knocked off the ledge after the Graviton. Not getting as much from the barrage as he would have liked, but Envy off the Tracer of Internet Hulk. Internet Hulk gets that backline, picks up 2. And this fight is still going to be in their favor as they're at 93% now, and it's Code7 that's on the hot seat after a very strong beginning. In fact, I'm not even sure they're going to be able to cause overtime here.
No, not with this Graviton, that's it. So super back and forth. Code7 had their moments there, a lot off the back of Harblue's Reaper with some really nice plays, but when everything's said and done, they do go up 1-0 in this King of the Hill map. I think Hulk switching to Tracer was really smart though too, because he wasn't getting anything done on his Winston. Harblue was just feasting on him, so that switch late really helped them out. He had a couple nice kills, was able to clean up fights more effectively than he was on his Winston.
I don't even know what Taimu and JKW are referencing here. Nice prediction, saw it on Reddit.
I don't know either.
We're missing something here, Hex. I don't know what, but I will note that both teams are switching off to the Pharah here on the control center. Both teams do favor Pharah, and why not? There's a lot of verticality here on this point. It's a playground for Pharah.
I know what they're talking about. They're talking about hitting the gravitons against the walls to pull people off the bridge, predicting when they're going to be on the bridge. That was definitely seen on Reddit. I think that's what they're talking about. I'm not hip. We've proven time and again, but I think that might be it.
That would make sense. Envy, though, able to get the first few picks here on the point. Nothing too crazy, just got a pick or two more than the side of Code7. And they're going to take first control here on the Sanctum.
Yeah, holding control of this room when you're running a Pharah is absolutely wonderful. The only thing you have to worry about is them coming up through top, which takes the offense forever anyway. So Tailspin just going to be raining from above here.
Nothing pressuring Tailspin right now either. He's just able to get rocket after rocket onto his target, but no, he ends up getting lasered down by JKW towards the end. 2 kills here from Code7. Internet Hulk, not going to be long for this world, ends up getting taken out, but here comes the res. Chips giving up his life to bring up these envious heroes. Tailspin pretty far away from Barrage, but he will take out Nicholas before going down the Torque.
Yeah, it's gonna be,
takes out Internet Hulk and makes it a double kill.
This is going to be Code7's cap at some point. Harry Hook just skating all over the point right now, actually staying alive pretty well, stalling this out. I mean, those are percentage points that are really valuable. He's not going to be in it for the next fight, so they're going to back off a little bit. Don't want to get chased down and lose people before Harry Hook comes up.
My ultimate is ready.
So I will say, thus far, Code7 definitely giving Envy a much better fight here on the King of the Hill maps. Round 1 was super close, and round 2 has not been a cakewalk for Envy by any means. Look at Arblue right now. He is setting up the Envy squad. He's going to move in. Here comes the Death Blossom, gets right into the backline, makes it a triple kill. Goodbye, Envy. They are going to need to regroup after that. And Arblue, definitely some good reads on getting these Death Blossoms fight after fight.
Yeah, it's been pretty much consistent. They speed boost him in, he gets a shield, and he Death Blossoms. It's worked on the first stage as well. At some point when you're Envy, if you see Hardblue walking straight towards you, that's what you should expect. But, I mean, there really is no escape for it when you get speed boosted like that. So Hardblue continues to impress on his Reaper.
Offensive enemy moving in, aided by the sound barrier. This is a big engage coming in. Here comes the barrage over the top. Justice reigns from above. A triple kill for Tailspin, aided by Internet Hulk. And Resurrection does come out, but still Envy in the driver's seat. Gonna slam dunk Nicholas right over the top. And Envy just a few more kills away from retaking this point on their own. It would require some real heroics from Hardblue, and frankly, he does not have Death Blossom up anytime soon.
It's like 4v4 right now. It's super close on the point. Hulk is still kind of phasing out there. They don't really have an answer for Tailspin now.
Taimu coming in with the attack visor, though. There's no answer for this. He's running back and forth. Not able to get Lucio, though. Lucio able to give him a little bit of a juke maneuver there. Code7 starting to stream back onto the point.
Get out of my way or I'll run you over.
A little bit closer than expected, even as Envy does carry momentum. But here's the thing, while Code7 is contesting, they're still getting score on the point. So Envy does finally retake the point, but not until Code7 gets all the way up to 84%.
Yeah, Lucio's rollerblades have been MVP of this match on both sides. Harry Hook did it earlier, just skating around this center pillar, and their Joe Meister did as well. I mean, it's valuable percentage points with how fast they tick away. Any moment you're able to stay alive as Lucio is generally giving you about 5 or maybe even 10%.
Tailspin right now over the top, looking for Nicholas. Will take him out, and Hardblue as Internet Hulk gets the triple kill Death Blossom, cleaning up the rest. The res, though, going to come in. New life here to Code7 doesn't come in as Hardblue now. Death Blossom of his own, not getting any value off at this time. Getting immediately shut down by Tailspin. And Envy going to hold on. And now, again, after a very good showing, it's going to be Code7 on the hot seat once more. They're going to be down to their final push here in just a moment.
Well, they do have sound barrier, which is going to give them a huge leg up in that next fight. You know, they're going to try to, avoid Coco's Graviton, which should be up halfway through this fight as well. Nicholas is on the fair. He mid-air's Tailspin takes him out.
Big plays from Nicholas right now to give his team the edge. 65 in favor of Code7. They're coming right in. Makes it a double kill. Takes out Tailspin twice, in fact. Internet Hulk, though, fighting right back. Gets a double kill of his own. Keeping Envy in this as he looks for Mercy in the backfield right now. Gonna get taken out by Hardblue.
Yeah, this combo has been actually raining death on people, although they do take out Shake, though, so Hardblue's going to have to get out of there. They're going to have to trickle on. They need to start making some trades here.
It was a good opening from Nicholas. Not enough from the rest of his team, though, as slowly but surely this is getting away from Code7. Envy still has a much better presence here on the point, and if they kill the last few people here, overtime is going to be over, and Envy will be taking this round.
Heroes never die.
Shake comes in late, is unable to get the resurrection as he was at 99% on his way in. I think he thought it was going to passively charge on his way in. It did not. That is going to be EnVy going up 2-0 on Lijiang. Looking to go 3-0 in this set.
2-0.
I mean, Code7's had their moments.
No, I mean, the score is not necessarily representative here. Code7 has played this pretty close against EnVy. They've gotten, I think, 80% plus on both rounds here thus far, but unfortunately for Code7, EnVy has held it at the end when it's ticked 100%, so a little bit rough here for Code7. We'll see if they can start the reverse sweep starting right here, right now, but it is going to be rough.
Alright, Taimu is on his McCree this time. Tailspin not on Pharah on 76. Conversely, Nicholas is going to remain running Pharah. It's been kind of a divisive point between teams sometimes. On this map specifically, it's a really 50-50 if you're going to see a Pharah or not. It's okay. It's not as good as the last map for Pharah.
Torque right now looking around the flank for pickoff. Not able to get just yet. Is chased off. JKW, though, does take out Taimu. So 65 opening here for Code7. Harblu taking out Coco, making 64. So momentum-wise, everything going in favor of Code7. They need 1 or 2 more kills, and they will take first control in just a moment. And that's going to be it.
How did Nicholas get barraged up that quick? He already got barraged and then just used it solely on the Mercy there. Nicholas carrying that first fight. That's crazy. That's a super fast barrage.
Just landed enough rockets. It's also possible he might have booped someone off the ledge, which also gives a whole ton of ultimate.
That's true.
Well, Harblu right now just standing right next to the building, looking for people to drop over, is going to take out Harry Hook with the aid of Torque. Taimu, though, coming right back in. A damage boost in McCree is absolutely scary. Even scarier next patch. Deadeye on the way in, takes out JKW, and here comes EnVy coming right back, and they're going to retake this point.
Stop saying it like it's certain. Maybe that buff for McCree won't make it out of PTR. We can cross our fingers.
I mean, I play a lot of McCree, so in the end, I'm just ambivalent over it.
My ultimate is charging.
Probably don't want to play fair if that goes live, but either way, here comes the offense of Code7, not wasting any time. Harblu spinning right in, going to get melted right down in response, not getting anything off of that ultimate. Internet Hulk with the punish. Rez will come up here, bring up all the fallen Code7 heroes. Harblu, though, now without an ultimate, fighting versus the world on the point. Not going to get what he wants to get as EnVy just being dominant. Coco melting everything in his way.
Yeah, Graviton comes in very late there. It does not get anyone really caught out in it. No one who can't escape it anyway. And JKW continues to try to poke over here. They need to be kind of careful. They are getting reinforcements from the edges here. So now it is 4v2 out in the courtyard.
Oh no, look at this. Coco is his own follow-up, laying in the right clicks with the left click, sets up Internet Hulk as he whirls into them. That's going to be another full team wipe here for the side of EnVy. Now at 52%. 2 more team fights, Hex, and they will have this map and be just 1 map away from 4-0ing this grand finals.
Yeah, I mean, the nice Graviton, they're a little late on the follow-up, but Hulk did eventually get those kills. They haven't had to use all their ults. They've had Resurrection for a while. Barrage does come out from Tailspin to start off this fight. Gets 2.
And Barrage just absolutely kneecapping Code7 as they come in the mid-air rocket for good measure. They're not going to be able to win on this fight. And Code7, they're down to their last attempt, and it's going to be down to Joe Meister. Joe Meister's going to go for the sound barrier. Harblu's going to go in and try and get something done off of this. They can take a little bit of time here to coordinate. They don't want to go in piecemeal, but they might be doing just that. It's already getting a little bit greedy for charge. We'll see if it works out. Sound barrier should be down here in just a moment.
Oh, Nicholas! He had Barrage too. They needed him to get something out of that fight.
Let's break it!
They waited too long for this barrage. They've done the barrage after 2 people already dead. It's not worth it anymore. Like, sure, you res after, but the coordination is completely lost, and EnVy's able to just clean them up as a result.
I think they needed this sound barrier before Nicholas went in. Having him down, he's your biggest source of damage. Your probably best prayer to win a fight there is getting Nicholas's barrage, but they chose to hold on to sound barrier. Like you were right, that they waited way too long. That's how you start the fight, the sound barrier, not how you end it.
Here's a big res coming out from Shake, of course.
Till Valhalla.
The rare but still amazing 5-person res brought all of Code7 right back into it, and you realize how hard it is not to say Gale Force. I keep wanting to say Gale Force, and yet they're not Gale Force anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I called them Code 9 previously, so yeah, they're making it rough on us here. But EnVy 3-0 looking every bit as dominant as we expected them to. Yes, King of the Hill is still their weakest point. I think that's where teams are going to try to take them, try to take maps off of them. But no longer is that the case, as Harblu announces Code 7's map choice will be King's Row. This was the map that they dropped to Northern Gaming Red, though. So maybe a little bit of a weak spot here. I think they're doggedly sticking to this Torbjorn defense, and maybe teams haven't figured out. We'll see what they run on the defense here at some point for Envy. They are going to choose which side.
Probably attack if I had to guess.
Yep.
Envy gonna go for the attack. Teams have their different preferences. It actually works out a little bit for the side of Code7 because Code7 prefers to defend. But a lot of teams, though, still prefer to attack. C9 and Envy among that number.
So Envy on the attack first on King's Row, looking to 4-0. I almost said Gale Force now. Code7 in the finals of our Beat Invitational, brought to you by Soylent, PvP Live, Steel Series, and Twitch, and Matcherino. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed the show. We'll see if Envy, if they stump a bit, we'll have more games. If Envy continues to be Envy, then this might be the last map of the evening. So this is a map they've lost before, which you can't say about very many maps for Envy.
1 second, next I'm gonna recall you or call you back, Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto, yet again. So hang on a second. One of those days for Comcast, as it turns out. All right, so we got Hex back in here, and while Hex is loading in, let's take a look here at the defense coming out from the side of Code7. It is going to be Harblue on what else but the Roadhog. Nicholas on the Pharah. JKW on Reinhardt. Joe Meister going to be on the Reaper. Shake on Mercy, and Torque going to be on the 76. Wait, Hanzo cosplay. What are they talking about here?
I don't know. It's Taimu. It's hard to take Taimu seriously. He's on Hanzo right now, which perhaps is the cosplay he's referring to. I don't know. Maybe he's been bench pressing, getting his shoulders in shape to really pull off that Hanzo cosplay. But Internet Hawk is going to be on Zarya for the moment. Tailspin on Pharah. Taimu cosplaying as the Hanzo momentarily. Harry Hook on Soldier 76. Chips is on Mercy. Coco on the Reinhardt. So if this sticks and they're going to run Harry Hook on 76, that is going to be a single support offense. So we'll see if it works out for Envy. That is pretty aggressive. Generally, you run a Lucio here on offense unless you're Rogue, but maybe Envy is trying out something a little different. They have run solo support in the past to great success because Chips is such a good Mercy, and it looks like that is what they're going to run here. Wait, we going to lobby?
Alrighty, so... Uh-oh.
Yeah.
TeamSpeak has died here for Code7. Gotta go back to Ed, or lobby. Everyone's internet is just dying here today.
Let's put the E in eSports. Maybe you can just get on 3G. Maybe pull a...
Hex, Chad is convinced you're an Omnic now.
Well, I don't know. How can you...
Are you one with the Iris? I mean, it's what Zenyatta says.
Who's Zenyatta? Is that a guy in the game?
I mean, at one point he was a hero in Overwatch. We haven't seen him in a competition in a very, very long time. I mean, I would say he's milk carton status, but at some point people stop caring about the people that are on milk cartons and those go out of circulation. So I don't even think he's on milk carton status anymore.
He's an expired milk carton that's already in the trash status. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if he comes back. I think the devs said they might revert his health buff to 175 rather than 200. So like they released the PTR and they're already tinkering with it. We'll see what happens when it goes live. I guarantee though he's getting something on the patch. We have to get more Zenyatta in this game.
Alrighty, so we are loading in here once again. Don't expect too much to change here. Again, it'll be the side of Code7 on the defense first, which will be Torque on the 76, Nicholas on Pharah, JKW on the Reinhardt, Harblue going to be on the Roadhog, Joe Meister on Reaper, and Shake on what else but Mercy. And I think the key to the victory here for Code7 is that Harblue is going to have himself a game of games. He's going to have to catch Envy off guard, continue to flank him on the defense, and try and buy as much time as possible for the Code7 attack.
A game of games. Yeah, probably. They've looked best tonight when Harblue is playing his best, whether that be on Roadhog or on the Reaper. That's kind of been their carry tonight, has been Harblue. Now, before we had to go back to lobby, Tailspin was on Mei, and then he switched to Pharah, was on Mei. I don't think you're going to see Mei, but I would love to see it out of Tailspin. Doubtful, though, as it looks like he is going to be on Pharah. He'll be followed by Chips into the air. Taimu cosplaying that Hanzo, Harry Hook on Soldier 76, and Coco and Internet Hawk playing a pair of tanks in Reinhardt and Zarya. So single support for both sides here. It's going to be a ton of damage. It's really going to be who can lay down the critical damage on the opposing Mercy. I guarantee you, first Mercy to die loses the fight.
Definitely. I mean, we'll see how it works out here in the first attack, and certainly the thing about, on a side note, you look at here what's going on with Envy and the Hanzo. It's high risk, it's high reward. We like to say sometimes it's feast or famine. And Taimu's been pretty good about getting early picks. We'll see if he can get it here. And right now, he's just concerned with Harblu laying shot after shot into him. We've seen Envy actually rush down Harblu in the past. We're not doing it right now. Taimu, though, laying in the damage, keeping him at bay. As Harry Hook able to get the first kill of the game, taking out JKW. Torque turning the tides, though. Mid-air Helix Rocket on the tailspin. 3 quick kills here from the Code7, and they're going to turn this right back in their favor.
Chips almost able to clutch it out onto a res, was at 98%, but maybe better served by not actually getting the res there, as they're going to have it for their next fight. Also, Dragon is going to be up as well. Coco did a ton of damage in that fight too, so he's going to have Earth Shatter. But overall, a good hold for Code7.
I'll note, by the way, that Taimu already has Dragon Strike up, and that is one way of clearing out the hotel in a hurry. I think he's going to just open for it here, throw it into the hotel, hope for the best.
That goes through a hotel, but it does not hit Joe Meister on his Reaper, who is just still hanging out in the corner.
The interesting thing is he did that. It was a distraction for Envy to get a little bit better position on the point. Taimu does take out Harblu. One of the big threats of Code7 is already down here. Tailspin right now looking for a little bit more, but 6v4 right now in favor of Envy. Rez is going to have to come out here in a moment from Shake. Rez does come out, bringing up the Fallen. And Chips is dead as Nicholas dropping the barrage, takes out 3, and Code7 will not go quietly into that good night. They have held for almost 2 minutes now against this envious offense here in Kings Row.
They look very good. Really patient resurrection there, brought everyone back to life. I think that's why they're being so aggressive. They knew that they could count on that res, because they've actually been really aggressive, bombing through this house, flank after flank. If Harblu goes down, you're going to see Joe Meister rotate through that house as well. They want to keep the pressure there to make sure that Envy can't feel comfortable just pushing forward.
Tailspin right now looking for the hotel, not going to drop the barrage just yet. Again, Envy very consistent. They keep the point in progress as now Tailspin over the top. Not going to drop the barrage just yet. Actually getting knocked back by Harblu. Back and forth on both teams. Nicholas once again doing all sorts of work. He's going to take out Tailspin point blank. So Nicholas has been having himself a game right now on Farah. We'll finally go down the Harry Hook, but not before getting some very important kills. Fortunately, Joe Meister comes in at the barrage, or Death Blossom at the very end, does not get what he's looking for, and Envy will be turning this in their favor, but it was very hard fought.
My ultimate is charged.
Yeah, that late Death Blossom got absolutely nothing. I imagine Joe Meister is switching. That's why he wanted to at least pop it out. That he does switch onto the Reaper. Harblu will take over the Reaper duties. He does switch onto Lucio, rather, Joe Meister.
My ultimate is charging.
So a decent hold there, though. I mean, being able to hold for a couple minutes against Envy on Kings Row is good. They've kind of struggled on this map, which is so weird for Envy. This used to be like their best map, especially on defense. We'll see what they can do in the streets phase.
So offense moving forward here for Envy. They open with a big charge. JKW getting taken out immediately. In comes the barrage, takes out Shake. Tailspin gives his life for that, but he's going to be brought right back up by Chips. Absolutely worthwhile as Envy now. They don't have to worry about the resurrection. They're just going to keep moving in. They do lose a few in the back from Harblu, but Harblu dies in the process, and overall, Envy coming out ahead on the trades as Tailspin just bouncing Torque up and down. And that is going to be a clean fight for Envy.
Yeah, there is going to be another fight at the second point here, as the cart is the slow factor, making them not able to get here just yet. Now there is a Earth Shatter up, a barrage up for Code7. They're going to have to hit pretty, both of them pretty perfectly here to be able to win this fight.
Earth Shatter coming down right now from Coco, trying to set up Envy, but Nicholas gets the back line, gets one kill with the barrage, and that one kill with ships it in. There's not going to be a res for Envy. This is not the worst opportunity as Harblu now with the Death Blossom comes there on the top, takes out Tailspin. And that is going to be a hold here from Code7. So Code7, this has been a good showing for them on Kings Row. They've definitely been giving Envy all they can handle and more.
Yeah, their defenses look great so far. Harblu's causing all sorts of trouble in the back line. Consider the front lines have been cleaning things up rather well. Shake has had one of his better games too, staying alive better than Chips has.
Oh my goodness, Harblu just got juggled. That was absolutely dirty. Tailspin now on a rampage. Here comes the barrage. Takes out Shake. A triple kill there for Tailspin. Torque, though, firing back in turn. One of the last two people alive here for the defense. The offense going to be up to full power off of that res, and Torque needs to get back before he chains the death. He is going to go down. His face soundly melted off by Internet Hulk. This is going to be Envy getting to the next checkpoint.
Yeah, Torque also busted out his attack visor there. If he's staying on the 76, I think it might have been better served, but he is not. He is going to come up on the Widowmaker instead. They've had decent success running a defensive Widow on last year for Code7. Nicholas is also going to change. He's going to be on the Tracer now.
Switch-ups are afoot here, but we do have a Graviton Death Blossom combo here potentially, as Graviton does come up way in the top here. We'll see if it's enough as Taimu does come in. Death Blossom takes out one in Joe Meister. Rez comes up, can bring up all the fallen Code7 people. Sound Barrier on the way as well. And Code7 doing a pretty good job of turning this on Envy. Nicholas getting down and dirty, takes out Harry Hook. They're pushing Envy back on the payload. Just need to be careful not to over push on this.
Yeah, Torque gets a kill there. Chips is somehow still alive. He is floating to his death, though, unless they can get to the edge. Chips. He gets back up. He is not back.
No, he got the sound bear at the very least, but ends up falling into the ledge anyways. Him and Taimu both going to take the leap. 3 minutes remaining here for Envy, and again, this has probably been the best that Code7 has looked. I mean, even counting the King of the Hill game, their defense has been good here.
No one.
Yeah, they're definitely winning more fights than they did in the King of the Hill setup as well. So Taimu is going to switch pretty late here onto a McCree. Low ultimates because of this late switch.
What a setup, comes in from the back, gets booped back a little bit. Still 2 kills coming out. JKW getting the double kill fire strike off of the barrage in the back. It was a good drop down from Harbaloo and sets up Envy perfectly.
Yeah, Torque also really contributing to these fights on his Widowmaker. He's gotten a lot of kills on the cleanup, so just doing that DPS, making sure that the offense never feels comfortable pushing and dominating these sight lines. Tailspin switches actually to deal with Torque on that Widow. He is now on the Genji.
Genji coming up from Tail, just going to be looking to get right to the back line. Does have Widow in his sights, gets right back on the Torque. Going to be making Torque run for his life here. Torque in deep trouble, almost going down, will go down to the foul melee slash, but while that's going on, Code7 had no problem just diving the back line of EnVyUs, getting the kills again, but Tailspin coming back in force, takes out Shake, looking to even the odds. Kind of is.
Yeah, it's almost like that hunting from Tailspin just took a little too long, so he wasn't able to help his team and be in these fights. Now the fight is still going on. Hulk has been doing some work with Primal Rage. They do have their supports back here. Taimu goes down yet again early in that fight. Be interesting to see if they res him here. Do solo res time.
Yep, they're going to bring Timothy right back into that fight. Tailspin right now does have Dragon Blade at the right. He's going to dive in, looking for the Mercy. Here comes the Dragon Blade, ready to slice and dice. Goes to the top, takes out Torque immediately. That's what Tailspin is looking for. Now going for the Reinhardt. Big reflection. Going to get knocked right on the ground, though. JKW having other plans. Coco, though, with the fall through. Gets the triple kill on Reinhardt. That is how you WMS one.
Yeah, that should be it. Torque is still alive. He's just trying to get picks off on his Widow. He gets cleaned up, but their Mercy went down early in that fight. That is going to be map time of 8 minutes and 1 second, I believe.
I think it's just 8 minutes even.
Fine.
0 to 3.
So a good look out of Code7, actually. That is a pretty nice defense on Kings against a team of Envy's caliber. Pretty impressive there. They got some work done on the defensive Widow. They had some nice plays towards the end. We'll see if they can beat that time. If they do not, that is going to be EnVyUs' map and set in this best of 7. They will win 4-0. So that is up to Code7 to beat the time of 8 minutes.
For EnVyUs, it would be map, set, and tournament. So EnVyUs now on tournament point. All they have to do is simply hold the payload for longer than it took them to actually attack it. And for Envy, they could do that on point A. We might not even have to worry about Streets phase or final. If Envy comes out with one of their characteristic defenses, Internet Hulk now on the Torbjorn, Harry Hook on the 76, Coco on Reinhardt, Taimu on the Roadhog, Chips on Mercy, and Tailspin actually not on the Junkrat, going defensive McCree, so slightly new wrinkle coming out here from the side of Envy.
Yeah, they're the only team that really runs this this Torbjorn defense. There's other teams that have tried it once or twice, generally like mid to low level teams. I think they're pretty much just copying Envy here, but Hulk has been on this tour, but it's worked for them a great amount. If they can hold the first push, then the second push gets brutal. It's kind of a snowbally defense, if you will. Now, offensively, they're going to try to be able to take that out with JKW on that offensive Widow, Joe Meister for the moment on 76, Nicholas on Farah, Shake on Mercy, Torque is flexing onto Zarya, Herblue for the moment is on Bastion, but I don't believe he'll be on that. I'm guessing Roadhog or Reaper. There's Roadhog.
All right, so the timer has begun. Code7, their tournament life on the line. See just what their offense has in store here as Nicholas opening up with the fair poke. One thing you have to be careful with Envy, though. Envy is much more aggressive than the average defense. Once they feel that they have an advantage, they will push it relentlessly to just get you back and stockpile ults even more so.
Alright, well, first turret down. Harblue does take that out. The Fire Strike does miss the second turret, though, so defense is still in decent position here. They need to get some heals. Chips, his healing everyone, already has his resurrection up.
Coco able to win the Reinhardt v Reinhardt battle, takes out JKW, Taimu falling through, wins the Roadhog on Roadhog battle, so mirror matchups definitely going the way of Envy right now. Nicholas going to be brought right to the ground. Sorry, we'll save him, though, for now. In fact, Torque melt Taimu in turn, and right now, Code7 doing a good job of trying to break through this. They get two very vital kills, including Tailspin, and when respawns come in, they're going to have a big opportunity as they move forward.
Yeah, it was a really nice play from Torque there to both keep his Pharah alive and then turn it around on the kill. I thought they might actually just try to go in off that. Harblue does take a kill onto Coco, though. Molten Core is up. It's going to slow down a push at the very least. 800 HP on this turret. Does go down eventually.
Turret does go down. Aardvark, though, still paying off here for Internet Alt. Goes step back. Big part of why Shake just went down is Harry Hook over the top. Tac visor at the ready. Took out two. The offense is getting on the point, but they're slowly getting bled to death by Envy from all sides around the point.
Defense is pretty for me. It's going to have to use Molten Core, of course.
One sec. Hex, you are completely roboting. I'm going to recall you in just a second. I'm getting Hex back on the call. Offense down the way. Coco holding firm. Earthshower, one of the main ults that EnVyUs has up here, so he's gonna have to make the most of it. As as Code7 looks to make their move here. Tailspin taking out Nicholas. Nicholas sacrificing his life for the turret. Might get rezzed up here in just a moment. Will probably need to get rezzed up here in just a moment. Pulse Bomb comes to the back, does not connect. And the res not gonna come up. He's gonna respawn at base instead as Tailspin now moving forward against effectively 4 people. Able to take out Joe Meister. Hex, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. Herblue was still in getting a pick there pretty late. Tailspin still holding on to this Deadeye. Most importantly, though, Hulk is going to have Molten Core up. This next push is going to be really hard. They only have maybe 2 pushes left in them, too.
Yeah, time-wise, they only have 1:30 left, as you say. It's about 2 pushes left. Time slowly starting to run out here from Code7, despite their pretty good defense against Envy. It could be all over soon. Harry Hook getting the fall through. The Earth Shatter going in favor of EnVyUs. Big resurrection, though, coming out here from the offense. They're going to push the issue if they can. And the Reservoir doing work for them. They are able to get on the point. They're zoning out Envy, but it's still an absolute brawl between the two teams. Nicholas holding on to the barrage might drop it here in just a moment.
Yeah, Chips with a really nice late res brings them all back alive. Tailspin cleans it up. That turret is back up. That is a full reset. Now the defense still going to have that Deadeye. They're going to have a Pulse Bomb up for Taimu as well. Last push, really, for Code7 coming up.
40 seconds now remaining, ladies and gentlemen. That is the time between EnVyUs and the Beat Invitational Championship. They can hold this last push. That is going to be it. They will have the sweep over Code7. Get on your feet. Here we go. Deadeye now coming up from Tailspin. Able to take out Nicholas in the very beginning. Down goes JKW. This is a 2-kill edge here for Envy. They can taste it. They smell it. They only need a little bit more here. Harry Hook will take out Torque. Harblue now in the back. Will his flanking be enough? He's been a hero for Code7. 10 seconds. His team is still wire. He gets the pick off here onto the Mercy. Takes out Chips, but not before Chips uses the res that he is banking reserve. 2 kills extra here for the defense. Down goes JKW to the Earth Shatter and Molten Core. Will Aardvark pay off? Internet Elk still flaming mad right now on the point. Code7, though, not giving up. They get the kills they need there on the point, and Hex, they're going to extend this out for at least a little bit longer. They have 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
Yeah, really nice res from Shake there at the end. I thought it was all but over. He came in. Hardblue bought enough time just being a distraction. He did get the one nice pick over top on his flanking Roadhog, as is his style there. Able to bring it back as Shake, really nice res late, but you mentioned 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to finish out the map for Code7.
This is still plenty of time for them. I mean, we've seen teams finish up King's Row, period, in under 3 minutes, so finishing up just second and last in under 3 minutes, definitely possible. Again, though, Envy, they don't have to stall for that long at this point. And take a good look at Taimu. Taimu has Pulse Bomb at the ready. He's going to be looking to just stick someone in the back and ruin this push on his lonesome. He's going to be going for it just one. Goes to the back, throws in the Pulse Bomb. Does not get anywhere close to what he's looking for, but still going to be harassing down Hardblue anyways. Really risky. One hook here will ruin his day. Does dodge the hook though, as he is razzle-dazzling Hardblue. Hardblue going to go down. Pulse Bomb comes out in the end. Overall, this fight not really going in favor of Envy. While Time has been a distraction in the back.
Right. He was
Code
the only
7's
one.
been murdering the people in the front.
Yeah, he was the only one doing anything. Everyone up front was just getting chunked to death by Torque's Reaper for the most part. They were crushing it. Now look at this offense. They're going to be completely loaded with ultimates. Everything up except for that Death Blossom, which can charge quickly if it's a couple shots. I don't know if they should even defend this. If they knew what the percentages were, I guarantee you they would not defend this.
Oh. Well, Tailspin was able to get to the back, takes out Nicholas, has Barrage at the ready. Will he drop the Justice? Has the opportunity here in just a moment. Only at 100 HP though, so gonna get hooked in and killed by Hardblue instead. 4 kills here from Code7, and Envy right now on the ropes. Taimu, the last person remaining, trying to stall this out for a little bit longer. Down he goes, and time-wise, Hex, Code7 coming much, much closer right now. You look at the time that's remaining. They still have 2 minutes remaining for last. They can absolutely do this.
Yeah, the way they're rolling. Taimu is going to switch it up too, which I think is smart. Yes, the Tracer's doing some work, but it's not doing enough. You need to be on like carry mode right now, Taimu. So he goes on to Soldier 76 instead, trying to get more consistent damage out. Sounder comes in for the offense. Big brawl about to ensue.
Oh, Torque whirlwinds into them, cleaves 2 right down. Joe Meister on the 3rd and 4th kill with the aid of Hardblue. Chipsogen is down, there's not going to be a res, and Code7 now close to taking King's Row away from EnVyUs. They just need a little bit more, Hex. Does Envy have the miracle in them to take this back, or will we be going to a map number 5?
This would be an insane hold. Coco does have Earth Shudder. He has to use it right away on Torque to start out this fight. Everyone else is coming in towards the end. Coco does get that kill on Torque. They are starting to flip it in their favor. A nice air shot takes down Nicholas from Tailspin. Are they doing this?
If there's a flavor right now, Hex, it is a flavor of pain. Code7 is laying on pressure to the card, but Envy's starting to pull it back in their favor. Internet Hulk almost taking out the Reaper. Looking for Hardblue in the back, landing shot after shot. Soundbear coming in. This is gonna be way more aggressive. Down goes Hardblue, and Envy is actually going to hold here, stirring up their own flavor of death. Oh my goodness.
I mean, Coco's Earth Shudder there looked like it was not the smartest thing because it was only one, but he took out the one who was camping their door, and that was Torque. Then he charged him into the wall. That was the first pick that they brought it back on, and then just a pick after pick afterwards. Tailspin now on to the D.Va, last push incoming for the tournament for the most part.
Well, 30 seconds remaining. This is do or die now for Code7. Their tournament life on the line. The Earthshatter comes in from Coco, knocks down 2 to start this off. Internet Hulk with the fall through. That's 2 kills from Envy. Envy now 19 seconds away. They just need a few more kills. JKW, though, coming in, gets the double kill. Chip says enough of that, has the res. Taimu in the back. Tac Visor at the ready. Will Envy hang on? Shake is going to fall. Coco going to take out JKW on the double kill. EnVyUs will hold. They are your champions for the Beat Overwatch Invitational, holding on to complete the sweep. Code7 so close, yet so far.
I mean, that's an insane defense. They should not have been able to hold that, but it's just EnVyUs doing EnVyUs things, and I think every other team in Overwatch is envious of how good they are right now. They look like beatable in certain points, but then they're like, oh yeah, LOL, we're still EnVyUs, I forgot. And then they just go crazy, and man, this team looks very, very unbeatable. It was closer tonight than I thought it would be, but still, EnVyUs 4-0ing in the finals.
All right, so what we're going to do here is we're just going to play the game here in a moment. That'll be our final play of the game of the tournament. But EnVyUs has done it. They will be your champions. They continue their absolutely ridiculous spree, but I gotta say, I think about where they lost King's Row to NG Red, and they almost lost it here to Code7. Kind of feel like if you're Envy, you just take out King's Row.
It's kind of weird that it's their worst map now, right? I mean, it is just strange considering they were dominant on this map back when they were IDDQD, or most of the roster was IDDQD anyway. But it is a map that they seem beatable on. They also seem a little beatable on King of the Hill. I think those are maps that they are definitely struggle the most on. They continue to ban Route 66 first, so maybe they'll start practicing that so that they can start banning King's Row instead. But that said, they still did win King's Row here with an improbable defense. We'll see what play of the game is.
Play of the match.
Of course, it's Chips.
And
Chips
it's going to
played
be
well.
a Mercy play of the game, of course. Chips, though, great Mercy, definitely deserves it. One of the better supports in the game. And hey, who knows, we might be seeing him on Zenyatta sooner rather than later as next patch starts up. Oh no, please don't tell me he fell into the... No, not like this. Alright, he lived.
It was the game-winning res, though. I mean, fair enough.
It was.